my God, I love your skirt. Where did you get it?
It was my mom's in the 80s.
Vintage. So adorable.
Thanks.
That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen. Oh my God, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it?
Oh my God.
If you've ever had that weird feeling that a friend might be a little too competitive or negative, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into 7 signs of a jealous friend and how you can protect your energy. Let's get started, darlings. So sign number 1, constant criticism. They constantly criticize you. A jealous friend might try to bring you down with little jabs or sarcastic comments. It's like they can't handle your success, so they nitpick. Pay attention to how often they make negative remarks, especially after you share good news. You see those backhanded compliments? You see those jokes that aren't really jokes? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I have dealt with it myself, and trust me, girl, yeah, you're not overthinking, okay? Stop painting them red flags beige, my love. That is a sign that you're dealing with a frenemy, a fake friend, a Judas, if you will. Sign number 2, lack of support. Take it from me, lack of support. That is usually the biggest sign for me, like one of the biggest signs for me when it comes to determining like who is really in my corner. You know, and girl, know the difference between who is in your corner and who is in your business, okay? Sometimes it's those friends who are updating your enemy, you know? Like, you have some people who, not me diverting from number 2, but yeah, this is what we're here for, right? I'm here to guide you. And how can I guide you if I'm not authentic, if I don't actually share, you know, my own personal experience? I can't just come here and sugarcoat everything. I have to really, you know, yeah, because I am pretty sure that if you even clicked on this video, it must be because you have dealt with this before, or you're probably currently dealing with it. You get me? But yeah, back to what I was saying. You have some friends who, some people are like, I've had to learn the hard way that some people are around you to literally steal your ideas and your personality, you know, and you have to pay attention to those friends who are watching everything that you're doing, and they even copy you as well, but they're not supporting you. It is free to support your friend's small business by posting it. Like, they will support everybody else that's even doing the same thing as you, but they won't support you. Like, make it make sense. They will support an influencer who they don't know, they have never met before. But when you're tapping into that, if you decide, okay, so I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, or I would like to be an influencer, they're watching your stories. They're watching your videos. They're looking at your photos, but they're not saying anything. And some of them cannot support you in public because of how they talked about you in private. Don't even get me started on that. You see, when I started this channel, I literally didn't tell anybody I'm starting this channel. I told no one. I think the only person I mentioned it to was my partner, and I didn't even like elaborate. I just vaguely said I'm going to dabble into this, and you know, he supports everything I do, but I didn't give him details. You know, I told nobody. Like, I didn't tell any friends, well, to be honest, I don't really have any friends. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. But yeah, I literally decided to just put myself out there and be my own cheerleader. I am no longer going to be other people's cheerleader. Like, you have to learn to start showing up for yourself the way you show up for other people. You know, like a lot of people will see that as you being selfish, especially the people who used to benefit from your energy. Some people are literally just in your life to have you cheer them on. Honestly, some people are just in your life to benefit from your energy. If you're that friend who always supports everybody, who always have everybody's back, who is always cheering people on, yeah girl, who is always proud of her friends, posting them, reposting, shouting out, supporting the business, they're going to keep you around to pump gas in their ego. They are going to keep you around. But when it comes time for them to reciprocate, darling, that's when you realize, oh, I'm in this by myself. It's just me. Yeah, the moment I decided to level up, it's like everybody else was not with it. Yeah, guys, I do tend to switch accents sometimes. I think I'm getting comfortable now, so the real me is coming through. But yeah, you really have to pay keen attention. And what I don't want you guys to do is to like make up scenarios in your head, because if you're looking for a red car, if you're thinking about a red car and you're looking for a red car, you're going to see a red car. So if you're looking for signs that your friend is fake, like every little thing might make you think that that particular friend is fake. However, don't ignore the obvious signs. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, because we can sometimes manifest what we don't want. Yeah. Whatever you think about, you're going to get it. Whether you want it or not, you're going to get it. So just focus on the good. Focus on the good. Just focus on the good. And then when the bad comes, you just weed it out and you keep it pushing. Yeah, just focus on the good. So yeah, let's get back to the list. Guys, I diverted for a long time just now. But yeah, it's not all nonsense. I am pretty sure that you can relate to something I've said, or probably everything that I've said, because you know, the higher your vibe, the smaller your tribe. So the fact that you're here, we are soul sisters. We are a part of the same tribe. I would say this is me being positively delusional now, you know, because yeah, I don't think you would be here if you are not serious about this journey. You know, if you are not serious about like what I am about, or what the vision is here. I don't think you would be here if you cannot relate to me, or if you know, if you're not on a similar path, a similar journey as me. So yeah, I love you, darling. I love you. I love you. I love you. So back to number 2. They're never there for you. You know, that friend who just can't seem to show up for you. Can't seem to show up for your big moments. Whether it's a promotion, a new relationship, or an exciting achievement, they're absent or just indifferent. That's jealousy sneaking in. And yeah, it is another red flag. It is another red flag. I have seen and heard about stories where people literally stop being friends with people because they didn't come to their birthday dinner. I think your birthday literally shows you who is for you. I understand that not everyone is big on birthdays, but I think that even if you are not big on birthday for whatever reason, if your friend is and you care about that friend, you are going to love that friend in their love languages. You get me? We need to learn to love others in their love languages, the way they want to be loved, not the way we want to be loved. You get me? Love yourself in your own love languages and allow people to learn those love languages so they can love you properly. But don't love somebody else how you want to be loved, they might not receive it. If you keep showering someone with gifts who really rather quality time, those gifts will mean nothing to them. Honestly, that's just an example. So, yeah, moving along. Sign number 3, they don't play your success. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, that they see you, but they act like they don't see you. Like they're watching. Like, I find it so weird to literally have a friend who is watching what you're doing and they won't even say, girl, you really did that? Or, congrats. Like, I have come to a point in my life where I don't need anybody else's validation but mine. However, it would be good to hear, like, the support would be good. Like, even if I'm my own supporter. And this is what a lot of people don't get as well. Even the strong friend needs encouragement. Even the friend who loves to surprise everybody else wants to be surprised one of a time. You get me? But, yeah. As I previously stated, a lot of people are in your life just to suck your energy. Just to have you hype them up and get them to... They want to use you as a building block. Some of them... That's the Jamaican in me coming out. Some of them see like the type of person you are and they just want to piggyback on that. Like, they don't want to support the journey, but when you make it to the destination, they want to be there for say, oh, I knew her when? We're coming from far. Oh, that's my that's my A1 from day one. And yeah. No. Girl, take it from me. Solitude, not isolation, but solitude, yeah. Very blissful, very peaceful. When you don't have to deal with anybody's fakeness, anybody's negativity, anybody's drama. Yeah, I am in my solitude season right now, and it's very dangerous because before I even let anybody get my time, they have to be vetted. Like, I am not even quick to respond to people's messages anymore. I am not checking to see if you message me back. Like, I am so caught up with, like being in my own world and just focusing on myself. And, it's like basically I'm in an era right now where I am giving myself the love that I was freely giving to everybody else. Yeah, I know that this video is reaching all over the place, but I just thought that I would, unpack. Yeah, like, you have to treat yourself like, you treat these people who don't deserve you. Talk to yourself. Some people look at you like you're crazy, but talk to yourself. Like, look in the mirror and say, girl, I didn't rate what you did. I didn't like what you did, but I understand why you did it. Show yourself empathy. Give yourself grace. I give myself advice just like I would give somebody else. Like, honestly, that's how I start moving with myself right now. And I have become so dangerous because it's like a lot of people who I had trauma bonds with, a lot of people who I realized that the friendships weren't really friendships. I was their friend, but they were never my friend. So the moment I started showing up for myself, it's like I realized that, oh, you were giving me breadcrumbs? No, darling. I'm giving myself the whole entire bakery, not even a bread, the whole entire bakery. So you can keep your crumbs. So it's like, no, I'm not lowering my standards for anybody. You have to climb and meet me up there. I am putting myself on the pedestal. I've taken everybody off the pedestal that I put them on, and I'm putting myself on the pedestal. So that's where it's at with me right now with life. That's where it's at. And like I said, I've become so dangerous because a lot of people who love me for what they could get from me, in Jamaica, we would say the shop lock. Yeah. No more. Yeah. We're not doing that anymore. So on to number 4. Or was it number 3? Guys. Oh my gosh, I am so comfortable. So, number 3. Instead of celebrating your wins, they might say things like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Or, anyone could have done that. Baby, this is the type of friend who tries to make your achievements seem smaller so they don't feel left behind. Beware of these type of people. Beware of them. Like I said, be your own cheerleader. So whatever anybody else does or says, it's just surplus. It's just, it's extra. But you can do without it. Number 4, they're passive aggressive. Oh my gosh, this one. I literally had a best friend who, and what I realized with these best friends that I've had in my past is that they always call me best friend and then I just give them the title by default, but they aren't really best friend material. So yeah, I had a best friend who was extremely passive aggressive and I could just pick up on her energy, and she gave me a lot of excuses. Oh, it's because of how I was raised, and it's because when I talk in my family they don't pay me any mind, and yada 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 and yada yada yada. I understand that and I empathize, but at some point in life, you have to take responsibility. You have to take accountability for your own actions and say, okay, so as much as this is how I was conditioned to believe is the right way to operate, or as much as I have dealt with this particular trauma, it is now my responsibility to unlearn that so I can show up better for myself and for those who I claim to love. Yeah, you have to be willing to put out the effort. I think that friendships require just as much effort as relationships, as romantic relationships, because friendship breakups are even more devastating than romantic relationships some of the time. Especially when it's someone that you thought would be in your life for the rest of your life. You get me? But yeah, as it relates to the passive aggressive, dealt with that. Been there, done that. Not going back. It's like I'm at a place right now where once I peep the signs, I'm going to address it to give you the opportunity to fix it. But once I realize that you are who you are, because the first time is a mistake, the second time is a decision. So once I realize that this is just you, here's the thing, my loves. So you cannot control anybody. You cannot tell people how to be. You can make your demands, you can make your requests all you want, but nobody is going to change for you. They have to want to change. So you can only control yourself. You have control over you and what you tolerate. So if it's a case where you state that you're not comfortable with something, or you'd like someone to change this when dealing with you, or whatever the case may be, it's no out of your control. Once you state your case, it's out of your control. Now, what that person does is not a reflection of you, I might add, but what you decide to do after is the reflection of you. So you can't tell people, or you can't dictate to people how to show up for you. However, you can very well decide not to tolerate it and just dip. That's how I move. I am going to communicate because I love communication. I love clarity. So I'm going to let you know, hey, I don't like that, or I would appreciate if you would do that more. And then I'm going to pay attention to see if you're just doing what I asked to prove a point. If you're showing me a representative, because I can, my intuition, top notch. So I can sense the difference between genuine and the facade. So if you do put up the facade, then that's my cue to just dip, because like, why are you forcing it? It's evident that I'm not worth it to you, so that's fine, that's okay. I know my worth, and I know that what I require, I can also provide to myself. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So you do you, and I'ma look after me. I'ma put me first. Always. Always. Number 4. I really like this episode because, yeah, I'm getting it all out there. I think that this is like low-key a therapy session for me, where I am just, letting out some stuff that I have probably suppressed for a while. Because this topic is a really touchy one for me. Like, I have moved on, but it's a really touchy topic for me because I've had to deal with fake friends like back to back to back. I literally rather stay to myself because I don't have luck with female friends. First they admire you, and then they start secretly competing with you, and then it's like, like I just I can't take the gossip and the side eye, and I just rather not. I rather not deal with it. So until I find a me, which I'm sure I will, until I find another me, which is someone who is also tired of the bull crap, someone who who is genuine at heart and who isn't afraid to communicate, who isn't afraid to apologize, who reciprocates, then I'll continue being in my solitude and just keep people at 2 arms length, until I find my but right now I'm just working on being the best version of myself so that I can attract what is for me. That's where I am right now. So on to passive aggression. Jealous friends often hide their jealousy behind snarky remarks or jokes. Remember what I said about the backward compliments and the jokes that really aren't jokes? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So they hide their jealousy behind snarky remarks or jokes that don't feel very funny. If they give you a backhanded compliment or subtly insult you, there's probably more going on beneath the surface. There usually is. Sign number 5, secret competition. See, it's like I started going into details about the signs before I read the signs. Because it's like everything is intertwined. Trust me, a jealous friend is going to show you all these signs. And if you ever tell me that you've had a jealous friend but didn't know that they were jealous, you are lying to yourself. You saw the signs but you ignored them. You saw those signs but you ignored them. Just be honest with yourself. Just take accountability and just say, yeah, I did see the signs. So if your so-called friend is always trying to one-up you or turns everything into a competition, that is another sign of jealousy. Instead of celebrating your milestones, they make everything about outdoing you. Yeah. You have those friends where you're talking about something and they always make it about them. Like, for example, you're saying, girl, my man took me to the cutest restaurant and we had the best time. Oh, my man did that for me and yada, yada, yada. Girl, I just did this. I did something like that last week, or you say, I am planning to start. I am planning to Girl, please. It's like everything you do, they've either done it before, they are doing it, or they plan to do it. Like, come on no. Yeah, another red flag. Sign number 6, gloating when you fail. A true friend feels your losses as much as your wins. But a jealous friend, they're a little too relieved when things don't go your way. It's like they're rooting for your downfall, even if they don't say it out loud. They see you making these moves, and it's like it takes everything out of them to say congrats. Even if you're faking it, well, I'd rather you not say it at all than fake it. But even if, it's like they can't even, they are so jealous that they can't even fake it. And that's how you know that you're dealing with a snake. That's how you know that you're dealing with a snake. They're always in your views, never in your likes, never in your comments. And you would really call that a friend? The type of friend I am always hyping people up. Like, even when it's not my winning season, I am still always happy for others, because I believe that if it can happen for you, it can happen for me. I always take my friends' successes as inspiration. I always take it as inspiration. And I always cheer them on. Always. Like, no matter what I am going through, once they message me, or once I see, even if you don't tell me, because I'm really big on keeping things a secret until it's secure. So I don't take it personally when you don't tell me your moves. Like, even if they do reach out to me about certain things, like, girl, I'm planning to start a business, I always say, okay, so unless it's a case where you really want my advice on something, don't tell me until you finish it. That's how I am as a friend. That's how I am. So even if they are making a move and they didn't tell me, and I see it on social media, I am still going to be there in the comments hyping you up, because that's just how I am. And with a lot of us, because of the type of friends we are, we always expect that, it's going to be reciprocated. No, darling, not at all. Not at all. So yeah, friends who withhold praise when they can't compliment you or acknowledge your growth, it's a sign that they're feeling threatened. And they may be quiet about your wins, but loud about your mistakes. That's another thing. That's pure jealousy in action, girl. Pure jealousy in action. So watch out. Just watch out. If you peep any of these signs, just watch out and just pray them out of your life. That's what I do. I don't like confrontation. I do communicate for clarity. I always approach the situation with grace, because I might be overthinking. I might be assuming. A lot of people, when they're going through stuff, they tend to treat the people closest to them the worst. So they say sometimes check on your friend before you assume that they're moving funny. So I love to, ask questions. I love to let you know, hey, I didn't really like this, and I'm just wondering if Ray. So if it's a case where I do that and then you still do what you be doing, you gotta go. You gotta go. Chop chop. Chop chop. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that you guys enjoy this. I really hope you enjoyed it, because I really got I really got personal tonight. And yeah, I just know for sure that a lot of you have dealt with situations like this. And if you have, just let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's heal together. That's what we're here for, so yeah, at the end of the day, my darlings, true friends will never make you feel small or guilty for shining bright. Remember that, okay? So protect your energy. I would say, protect your energy and protect your energy. INNER, big G. Yeah, protect your energy and protect your energy. Surround yourself with people who want to see you win. Yeah. Support yourself with people who want to see you win, and learn to test the spirits and just use your discernment. That gut feeling is never wrong, my love. Never wrong. If your gut is telling you that she's a snake, most likely she's a snake. Like 99.99% she's a snake. So that's it for today's video. If you've ever dealt with a jealous friend, drop a comment below and share your experience. I would love to hear about it. And we're here to support each other and to heal together, and you have to feel it to heal it. So don't be suppressing your emotions, don't be bottling it up, don't be venting to everybody about it. Find a positive way to deal with things like this. Don't go confronting anybody. Don't do that. What I also like to do is leave people's lives in silence. Like, I just take my time and distance myself. I don't make a scene about it. Oh, I'm gonna cut you off. No, I'm not announcing my moves before I make them. You just won't hear from me again. We're good. I've already prayed about it. I've already forgiven you, but yeah, still want you to eat, just not at my table. So yeah. Okay, my loves, I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tips on living your best life with Creator. Love you.